Do you feel the itch to just go shopping anytime you're lonely or bored?
Okay, so I was sitting at home bored and I decided to get up and go spend some money. It's a very bad habit. I don't know why I do that, but I do.
Yeah, me too. So today we're going to talk about some things that I did this week personally that maybe will help inspire you to not do that and to do other things instead. Hi, my name is Astrid Green and you're watching the Trilogy channel. I think it works. I don't think I'm a shopaholic in the sense of like the crazy people you see on TikTok. Like there are people who actually have like real shopping addiction. But for sure, I think I've talked to you guys about the fact like I'm trying to be better about conscious consumerism and not just shopping. Obviously, the economy is rough right now, and I can't even afford to be doing that. So I just need to lock in, and logic would say just don't do it. But sometimes there's an ache in us, and we just really, really want to shop. And you see something, and you're like, "Oh, I could buy this," and subconsciously, even if you don't think that you're buying it for a dopamine hit, many times. That's how you end up buying random knickknacks and things. I'm not saying I'm not guilty of it, okay? I have certain indulgences that I really like to invest a little bit of money in, cash in a little bit of dough to get something cute. You guys, I got a little Pet Shop mystery box the other day. Actually, I bought 2 since I've lived here. So, and I used to buy them before I got married, like just a couple of them, but I've bought 2 since we last chatted about my no buy. So I am just going to talk to you about 15 things that I did this week instead of just going shopping, especially because I work from home, sometimes there will be a little bit of slow time during the middle of the day and I'll feel a little bit lonely because I'm the only one at home other than my dog. And so sometimes you feel that itch of like you really just want to go to the store, or on the weekends even, like if my husband has something going on and I'm going to be home alone again, even though I've been home all week working remotely, I just want to go shopping. I just want to go to Starbucks and I just want to walk around Target or TJ Maxx or Ulta or something like that. And I do like the de-influencing videos. Like I'm trying to make a positive impact in that way by trying to keep you from spending money, but I definitely feel it. Like when I say I'm preaching to the choir, I am preaching to the choir, you guys. So let's talk about the things that I did, and then leave in the comments below what you guys like to do if you get the shopping itch, because I would really appreciate knowing what you do. Number 1, super random, but I actually spent some time cleaning out my fridge. I had a couple of things that were just like, why is this even in here? And sometimes you just need to go through and evaluate. And so for me, it's not just cleaning my fridge, it's also evaluating like, what do I have in here? And then that goes into number 2, which is I spent time meal planning, which also includes putting together our grocery list for the week, and figuring out how to spend the least possible amount of money on meals while still maintaining a balanced diet of protein, fat, fiber, making sure we have all of the food groups. We have grain and meat and vegetables and fruits and dairy and a little bit of sweets to help us be happy. So that's something else that I like to spend time doing, making sure that and I get excited about that. That actually helps me when I'm not shopping to go to the grocery store, and I still get that dopamine hit of like getting to swipe the card, which is so sad that like that's something to admit, but like it's real. And I get excited that I've got this stuff from the store, and I feel like it's stronger because I'm not buying lots of little things. Again, I do sometimes buy things, but when I'm not constantly, I appreciate like the groceries I get to pick up that much more, and it makes me more grateful. Okay, number 3 is I spent some extra time enjoying my skincare, enjoying my makeup, things like that I already have at home. Sometimes when you're bored, all you need to do is spend some extra time doing your skincare, putting on some eye patches, doing a face mask. I'm not talking about going out and buying more skincare. I'm talking about using up what you have in your stash and actually appreciating it. And I think when you're not constantly adding new things to your collection, then you can appreciate the things that you already do have and actually spend time using them up. You don't have to be doing like a full project pan or something like I am to appreciate those things, but I think you will appreciate them more, like I said, if you're not constantly bringing new things in. So if you're feeling the need to go shop and buy some skincare, maybe you just spend some time doing a fun makeup look, do blue eyeshadow, orange eyeshadow, and like if you don't have somewhere to go, you know, like shower makeup, like right before you get in the shower, do crazy makeup, do extreme Angelina Jolie like cheekbones, like do blue lipstick, something. Use your eyeshadow to give yourself blue lipstick. Like, have you ever done that where you like do like the gloss and then you like pat on eyeshadow if you don't have the eyeshadow color? I know I did. We did that with black back in the day when we were like dressing up as emo girls or something like that, like a friend of mine, and I didn't have black lipstick, but I had black eyeshadow, and you best believe we turned it into black lipstick. So anyway, yeah, just spend some time enjoying some of the things that you already have. Speaking of enjoying things that I already have, I love to buy toys. Like I said, I like to buy Littlest Pet Shops and Legos, okay? Like those are like my weaknesses. And I already had some Lego sets that I actually had not even built yet. Hang on, let me go get it for you. First of all, I built this adorable little panda that I already had. He's got this little cute thingy too, but this can be turned also into, I think it's like a penguin and orca, which I was gonna do the orca, but you had to look up the instructions online to do that, and I wanted to just use the instructions in front of me. And pandas remind me of my dad because we love the movie Kung Fu Panda, Po the panda. So yeah, this sits on my desk now and reminds me of my dad. So I went to a Galentine's thing a while ago. Obviously, it's like end of March. It's been like a month and a week. And I finally threw out the flowers, cleaned the vase, and built this Lego flower vase that I had, which is so pretty. I had actually never built this purple one or these purple ones. Like I had built the others and put them in a smaller vase before when I was in my other room, or these three spiky guys. Let me rearrange here. But that can now sit over there on our table, and I think it looks really cute. All right, keeping in with the play aspect, I do already have a Switch. So obviously you can't do this if you don't have a Switch. But I spent time playing Animal Crossing, but that doesn't have to be the case. Like Animal Crossing is one of the ones that's like very calming to me because you just walk around, pick up your seashells and your fruit, and you move around your flowers, and you get annoyed at the villagers trying to come up and talk to you, and you're like, please leave me alone. I don't care about this reaction. Thank you. Oh no, is that just me? Hopefully not. But yeah, so if you don't have a Switch, or if you have a Switch and you don't have Animal Crossing, you play a different game on your Switch. Or if you don't have any other sort of game console, because you could use any other game console, you could download a cute little app on your phone. Now, I know sometimes I feel guilty about spending too much time playing video games. I've been doing it under a limited time. Like I give myself like a timer like I'm a child, and that makes it honestly more enjoyable when you limit how much you are getting to enjoy something. My husband and I have been talking a lot about like controlling dopamine hits and stuff, and when you just do whatever you want all the time, it takes the joy out of those things. And so I give myself about like 20, 25, maybe 30 minutes on Animal Crossing if I have time in like the day. And that makes it where I only get to do a little bit, and then I come back wanting more the next day, and it's really fun. So maybe do that with like an online, like some cute little game that you download on your phone. In my personal opinion, it's still better than going out and shopping, but it doesn't have to be obviously like the favorite on the list. But I think in small doses, it's a fun thing to do, to like let yourself be a kid, play a little bit of video games, but just keep it in check. Does that make sense? I don't watch a whole ton of TV, but I do in the evenings with my husband. We just finished Survivor Winners at War, which, by the way, absolutely gut-wrenching to me. It killed me a little bit. Like, it did, just because I have a really favorite player on there, and he did not win, and it really broke me see him, because he's really old now, but like I felt like he was like Cars 3, you know, and like Lightning McQueen's like old, or like Rocky, like it was like that. But anyways, so we watched Survivor together. We're also working through The Office and Young Sheldon, which I get from our local library. I get the discs from there because we don't have the streaming services for that. So I would say something else that you can do is go to your library, check out some DVDs, or so like spend time watching a little bit of TV and enjoying that in doses. And then also I've been watching a little bit of Lab Rats recently. I have access to Disney Plus, and so I just watch like an episode when I eat my lunch during the day, and like that's something I look forward to too, because that's like a classic for me. Like I grew up watching Lab Rats. And so yeah, just like don't just veg out and watch TV constantly, in my opinion, but if you give yourself like like when you're a kid, you're like, if you do your chores, you can do this. Like I always thrive best and I feel happiest whenever I give myself that kind of structure. And so do something like that. Let yourself watch a movie or 30 minutes of TV in the evening or something like that. Or for your lunch break, so you're not thinking about online shopping or going to the store. I spent time reading and listening to audiobooks. Oh my goodness, I just finished all 3 of the Hunger Games on audiobook, which is like 33 hours, I think, 34 hours worth of audiobook. I like just crushed those, like cooked through those. Enjoy some audiobooks. We have things like Hoopla or Libby. Those are really cool because you get to just like check the things out, or you can obviously use like Audible if you're going to pay for it. But yeah, audiobooks are a great way to take your mind off of shopping. And let me know if anybody wants to have a discussion with me about the Hunger Games, because I know I'm late. I'm late to the party. I'm late to the party, you guys, but I've never read the books before and then watched the movies. And let me just say, I don't know that this was a good series to do that for, because I am kind of in pain. I've watched the first movie and like 30 minutes of the second movie, and it's kind of like killing me a little bit on the inside. Something else I did was spend a little extra time working with my dog, my sweet little Lovey. Just spending more time, I don't know, like practicing his training, giving him love. Not that he wasn't getting love before, trust me, he's not starved for love. But just, I don't know, spending a little extra time. I talked to him, I let him distract me from being at home by myself, things like that. Being appreciative of him, just making sure that he has the best little life possible. And I just talk to him and confuse him because he's like, why are you talking to me? Why are you telling me all of these things? I don't know what the heck you're talking about, lady. But he's very sweet, so we spend lots of time going on walks, taking extra time. Along with that, I would say going for a walk or going to the gym are other things that I do. Like I love to go to the gym, me and my husband. It's kind of funny. We're like, oh, we have had such a slacker week. I feel like a bum like this week in particular, because we are only going to go 3 times to the gym. I prefer to go 4 to 5 times, but I feel like such a slacker when I only go 3 times. But I just think it's kind of funny because I guess that's like, I don't know, that's still an accomplishment to be like, I have not gone a single week this year for sure, and working out less than 3 times a week. So, and that's like a not good week. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, going to the gym, especially if you have access to a gym already, like get your use out of that membership, or do an at-home workout routine if you don't have a gym. I've got some dumbbells in there. I've got a little bit of equipment, YouTube videos, the dancey ones, like the dance workout videos can be so fun, you guys. You should try them out. Also, it's kind of funny. It's like good for a laugh. Last weekend, I spent some extra time. Now, usually it's not like when my husband's here that I want to go shopping, but if you have someone around, you play board games with them. That's a big one. We played a lot of Mancala this past weekend, probably like 6 or 7 games of Mancala. It was like a lot of Mancala. I love Mancala. Oh my goodness. Such a fun game. Like that's my childhood right there. I just recently learned that I was playing it slightly wrong though. So like that's interesting, but play a board game. Spend some time with somebody if they're there to hang out with you and doing a game or activity of some sort. And if you don't have somebody around, you can FaceTime somebody. Like I've got a lot of friends and family back home, so sometimes I FaceTime them, sometimes not. They can't FaceTime, but you can send videos. That's really fun. I like to do that. I have a really good friend who watches all my videos. Hey girl. And we send videos back and forth, and that's a really good way for us to stay in touch, because like it's more personal than necessarily just seeing a text, and you can just ramble and stuff like you're hanging out, but you can also respond to it in your own time when you've got different lives going on. So highly recommend sending your friends videos. I also, this is kind of like I was counting it as like 2 different ones. I don't know where it's kind of a gray area, but I spent a lot of time, like I organized yesterday. Like I really wanted to go shopping, but I was like, no. So I spent some time organizing Christmas decorations of all things, and like rearranging a box or 2. And that made me feel satisfied. And then I also spent a lot of time vacuuming, not only once, because we have an indoor dog. I vacuumed once, and then I vacuumed twice. And I also I brushed him, so because he's shedding like crazy, because it's March, he's starting to shed, and he already gets hair in the house, and I'm just like trying to keep up the fur, guys. I'm trying to keep it clean. It drives me crazy. I swore I would never have an indoor pet, but I love him so much, so he's inside. But yeah, anyway, so I would say organizing and vacuuming is like one that I did. And then like separate from that was like staying on top of my dishes, because sometimes when I let myself get too preoccupied with other things, I don't notice like that, like I start to build up. Like I do like some dishes, but not all of them. And like I just felt like this week I really tried to lock in and make sure that I was doing all the dishes all of the time. And it's really because I have to hand wash a lot of dishes. That's really the thing that gets me. It's like not the stuff that goes in the dishwasher that's ever the problem. But anyways, so I would say like spending extra time cleaning your kitchen, or just staying organized, and like vacuum, like, or dust or something like that. Like those are all good things for you to do. So that was like two separate things, but I don't know. It made sense in my head when I wrote it down, but it's all kind of like one, like cleaning, and organizing. That could be the two different things, I guess. But like, that is a great way also to motivate yourself to not bring more junk into your house, because the more junk there is, the more junk there is to clean up. And then finally, kind of separate from like the gym and going for a walk, is just like focusing on health. I've been trying to focus more on my health all year. I've been pretty good about tracking my calories, but not always all the way through the day. So I'll like track my calories really well for breakfast and lunch, and then I'll eat like a really hearty dinner of whatever I want. Sometimes a little too much dessert, not gonna lie. Sometimes I'll go a little crazy when I'm not tracking my cookie calories. All right, I keep it real over here. But not saying that calorie counting is like the end all be all, but like I also am like tracking my macros, micros, like trying to see what I'm getting. So just like focusing on what I'm giving my body. And then also is vitamins. I've been really good about staying on top of my vitamins. And then also really good about, I've been oil pulling and flossing and spending more time brushing my teeth. Like, we need to spend more time brushing our teeth. That's what my dentist said. Like overall, as Americans, we need to spend more than the 30 seconds. It's supposed to be 2 whole minutes. Like, you know, that's what they say. I don't know what to tell you. So I think a benefit is just like slowing down. And if you're not shopping all the time and looking for the next thing, then you can appreciate life in general. And then you take better care of your body. And that's just kind of how I felt about it. Oh, and a bonus one, I had more time, and I was like really trying to spend more time reading my Bible. That's what I was trying to remember. I was like, what was the other thing? But I'm spending a lot of time in Daniel still, and diving right in. Lots of highlights, lots of notes in my Bible. You guys should see it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Hopefully this inspires you guys, and you I don't know, can find something to do instead of wanting to distract yourself by going to the store. Because I know I'm preaching to the choir. I love to shop. I love to shop. My husband thinks, like, in comparison to him, like I've got a shopping problem, but I think I'm pretty good. But we can always be better, right? Okay, so like, just because we're decent at something does not mean we stop striving for excellence. Thanks guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you do any of these things, if any of these are helpful, or if you do something different. I would love to hear it. Love to hear your suggestions. I love you so much, especially if you stayed to the end, and I will see you in my next one. Mwah! Bye.
You know, after all that talk about calorie counting now, all I want is a Thin Mint cookie, okay? I found these Girl Scout dupe cookies from Walmart, and they are absolutely everything, okay? So I'm gonna go get one. Ciao.